Your phone's going. Let's take that off full screen. Hello, John.
Hi, that was my
Just-
phone
I,
telling me
I,
we were
I
going
give,
live.
I give you a minute to settle down. Hello and welcome to Inspired by Video with myself and John. This is our weekly show. I think this is show 76. So we've been doing this for quite a while. It seems ages ago since we were actually joined on screen. Right, okay. So we're live in the Invideo group, of course. We're also live everywhere else and should be live on a Facebook event. Yes, we are. Okay, so all is good. All's working. Right, okay. I know you had problems this afternoon, John.
Well,
We'll talk about those later if you wish, but do you want to talk about the Invideo video today?
the Invideo video, there's a tutorial, but I can't show you what it creates because they're having problems doing renders on the servers. So we'll be able to watch the video, and later on we'll post the rendered version of the output of the video. It's about kinetic text. There was quite a bit of discussion about making kinetic text in Invideo. So I thought, hey ho, let's do it. So
Okay.
that's what today's tutorial is about.
Right, okay. And we've got hello from hello, Stephen and John from Chris. Hello, Chris. And let's bring the video up on screen. Hopefully the right one. Well, there's only one video.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one. Obstacles. We've certainly had some obstacles today.
We have indeed. So I'm going to put the video full screen. I'm going to turn John's microphone off so don't get feedback. I'm going to turn my microphone off so don't get feedback. Enjoy the video. We'll be back in approximately 13 minutes.
To the Inspired by Invideo show. Here you can learn about how to use Invideo, ask questions and show off your videos. Steven Healey is a content creator and facilitator for BeLive TV. I'm Jon Upton and I'm a video creator and general marketer for an agency based in the UK called Think and Do.
Was in the group in the last few days about creating kinetic text. So I thought, let's do some. So here we are. I've got a base scene here, called it kinetic text. I've got my logo. I'm going to stick with white on black, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So the first thing we're going to do is go onto the timeline, and you can see that our kinetic text doesn't begin right at the beginning and that it's 4.5 seconds long. Well, we want this to be pretty fast. So I'm going to reduce the length of this to 0.5 second. So I'm going to bring it right down to 0.5 or thereabouts. 0.48 will do. I want us to see things happening quite quickly. So I'm going to go here, still got it there. I'm going to do Control C and then I'm going to do Control V and I'm going to do Control V a few times so that I end up with a group of words. Now I'm going to put the logo at the bottom out of the way, and I'm actually going to go and alter some of the words as we go along. Now I've pre-prepared the words I want to use over here in this document. So copy, nip back. So now I'll nip back over to here, and now I'm going to edit the text. Already had it loaded. Edit the text, Control V. Going to go to the next one. Hit back to Word. Control C. Control V. Next one. Control C. Back to to Word, Control V, next one, hit back to Word. Should really have closed those other two documents. I'll do that in a moment. Control C, Control V. Get the right one. I should be moving upwards, not downwards. It's downwards in here. Control C, Control V, and the last. It's not all of them, but I thought we'd just do the first few, have a look, and then we'll make the whole thing. Control C, Control V. So now I've got some words, and what I'm going to do is test my speed, because if my speed's not right, the whole thing's not going to be very good. So let's move the damn thing out the way, and what we want to do is we want to zoom in so that we can see what we're doing. So we're going to slide that to there, we're going to slide that one to there, slide that one to there, and I think I need to put some new batteries in my mouse because I just think you can see it's stuttering. So now if we bring our seeker to the front, and one last thing that we need to do is make sure they're all in the middle. So let's just test that one, because when you copy and paste, they don't necessarily go in the middle. You have the feeling, I really mean it, that I'm going to stop in a moment and I'm going to change my mouse batteries. Let's just do this. That's roughly in the middle. I've got them pretty much lined up. Okay, so let's take this to the front, hit play. Okay, so that gave me something I could look at. I was reasonably happy, but I'd like to make them a little bit quicker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change them from the 0.48 that they were and make them 40. Now what I'm going to do is zoom in a bit more, because when you zoom in a bit more you can actually see, but they're not all 0.48. So copy and paste doesn't always give you exactly what you want. So I'm going to reduce them all to 40. And changing my batteries didn't seem to make much difference. I'll try and do this as quick as I can. It's just not my day today, is it? That one was better. And that was better as well. Okay, so now if I place my seeker at the front and I hit play. Okay, so that was better and that was quicker. So now I'm going to add the other 6 words, and I'm going to do this by duplicating this 6 times using Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. So now I've now got the words here, and I'm going to nip back and Control C, and I'll do this quite quickly. I need to edit the text. Control V, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, and you can see that I'm going to have to align these again afterwards because we're currently all on top of each other. But so let's nip back and get the last 3 words. Control C. Woo, wrong place. Control V. Control C. Done it again. Control V, and the last one. Let's go back to here, and the last one is small. Control C. When you're doing this in a more relaxed situation, it comes over and happens a lot easier than it is when you're trying to record it and show it to people. So that's all of the words. Now what we're going to do is we're going to slide them and center them. Scroll up, and then what we'll be doing is centering. I actually wish that when you use Control C and Control V, they didn't offset it. It would make tasks like this a lot easier. Okay, so now what we're going to do is there, and that needs to go there in the center. Same with the next one. I tell you, I'm not having a great day. I think I'm going to get a new mouse mat thing. Anyway, that's roughly in the center. Again, I need to move this so it's roughly in the middle. Do the same with this. When you've got a bit more time, you can obviously take a little bit more time and just to make sure they are 100%. That's roughly in the middle, and there, roughly in the middle, and the same here. Because you're changing them all the time, you won't know that they're not 100%. So now I've got my full sentence, and I'm going to bring my cursor right the way back, my seeker back there. I'm going to hit play. Okay, and so now it's been saved, so I'm going to download and share that.
I hope that gives you a good idea of how to do kinetic text, and I look forward to seeing your kinetic text videos in the group.
We are now back.
Okie doke. So unfortunately, Invideo had some server issues, so I wasn't able to include the final video inside of the tutorial. but it is available, I think, now. Stephen, did you get that? Here it is, all 6 seconds.
Okay. Shall we play that again? Because you went to great lengths to actually get it. Okay. And you could readily alter the time between the phrases.
Yeah, you simply drag. You know, you saw me reduce it from 0.4 to 0.48 to 0.4. There's nothing action in between. They just show one after the other.
Okay.
That was set, an example was put up in the group, and the example has 4 sentences. That was just the first sentence of the 4 sentences. I will make the whole 4-sentence thing up,
Right.
and post that in the group so you can see the whole of it, because it's got four sayings. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I want to explain what the danger is of obstacles and how you can overcome them, and that if you can't overcome them, you shouldn't do it.
Right, now what I'm going to do now, just for something different, is I'm going to hopefully share a tab, and that's the tab I want to share, and I'm going to bring it up on screen, and there it is. Now John and I are not only available in the group, we're actually, if you can still hear me, please say you can still hear me. We're actually on the web, and we are live on the web. And if I'm going to hide John for a moment, so forgive me for this, John, just let me put that off solo. We're going to hide John, going to hide me. Well, I'm going to go picture in picture. That's probably a good idea. Right, so I know you can hear me now. I'm going to shrink myself while John takes a breather, and by changing the theme in the BeLive studio, and I'm no smaller. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm smaller. So over to Chris, and Chris is saying, can still hear me. Thank you. It's good to know. That's working well. Thank you, Chris. Okay, so this is our page on the website. And as you can see, as I scroll down, we are broadcasting live. And if I press play, then it will catch up and it will show the screen myself as it is now, or as it was 30 seconds ago. On this page, you'll find all about the Inspired by Video broadcast. You'll be able to watch this week's video, but not until we've finished. You can see more about Inspired by Video, about Invideo itself. We're actually live on a different web browser as well. And lastly, if you want to say thank you to John for everything that he does, and you're not yet signed up with Invideo, you can use John's link, which is there. And so far, 806 people have actually visited this page, for which we are grateful. And we keep this page up to date. So not only can't do it now, but you can actually see the prior episodes of Inspired by Video on the website. So if you missed anyone, you can actually go back and you can actually watch it on the website. So there, all the live video and the replays are all in one place. The link is up above you, up above me in the browser. Just click the link, that will take you straight to the website, and enjoy. And as I say, do click John's link if you're not already a member of the Invideo community. Okay. Sorry,
I got a knock on my door. I thought I was muted because I wasn't on the screen, so I told Phil
Nope.
I was live.
No, you weren't. I took your image off screen so I could go picture in picture, but I left your microphone on in case you wanted to add anything whilst I was actually talking. Do you want to add anything whilst I'm talking?
Well, I think the important thing to see here is that, okay, we went live in the group, But with today's technology and Stephen's experimentation, you can be live all over the place. Yeah. Not just in the group, not just on Facebook, YouTube, you name it, all over the place. Yeah.
We can. We are live everywhere. And I'm just going to change the theme back. And there we have it. Now, you said you were speaking to Invideo before the broadcast. Do you want to expand on that?
Well, there's just been some server errors, but they've sorted it out. And as you saw, my video popped out in the end.
Yeah.
But the server errors lasted about half an hour or so, and then it caught up with itself. So hopefully, life is such that you are going to get server errors, whatever you do, especially, when loads and loads of people are expecting to do things all at the same time.
That's true. Live everywhere. Brilliant. Hello, David. Nice to see you. And thank you for commenting. One of the things that we face in going live to a group, thanks to Facebook, is that we do set up the event beforehand and it posts in the group, and thankful to everybody who actually comments on it and likes it. But when we go live, and we went live at 4 o'clock today, 11 a.m. Eastern, we don't have any reach. Unless you're waiting for us, you can't actually see us. And we're trying to get ways around that by broadcasting to events, but the Invideo group is special. And it's our home as far as Inspired by Invideo is concerned. So we will be working on ways to actually improve the situation. I did say last week I would create an event in the group. I'm going to do that. So next week we'll be live on an event in the group, which we should be able to do early in the week. And it will be there, and you just go straight to the event, and the video will be playing in the event. Trust me on this. Okay, so that's my challenge for next week. As I take that screen share off screen, come back to the two of us. Okay, so look out for an event next week, and hopefully that will be helpful in actually getting reach. If everything that I'm doing now to actually enable more people to see our videos, I will pass on the expertise that I gain from doing it, so that you can do it too when you broadcast into groups. Because Facebook reach is a mystery, isn't it, John?
I believe so. Yeah, we had a program this morning, and Stephen spread that far and wide. Because of the spreading it far and wide, we had a much higher viewer number than we normally do. We normally don't get the greatest because it's the early hours in the US when we
that's true
program.
5 a.m.
But now we're getting a wider and wider audience around the world.
Yeah, for which we're grateful. We could take this show, possibly thinking out loud, we could take this show to Amazon Prime as well.
That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
It would. We might just do that. Because we're yeah, I'm getting relaxed on that, so we can do anything. I know Brigetti took her Writer's Corner broadcasts over there, because it's just half an hour, and yeah, okay, so we'll try that as well. We're willing to do anything to actually reach out to people and share John's instructional videos with everyone, because it's like anything. You take the time to make something, you take the time to make an Invideo video, and what you want is more and more people to actually see it. Now, it's not easy to do. You've actually got to build an audience for your Invideo videos. And perhaps we could talk about that next week. I shall share my experiences on creating an event in a group, and we'll see if we can get everybody greater reach for the masterpieces that we all create using Invideo.
Yeah, I mean, David and Chris, that's David Withington and Chris Stravoven, they both go live on a regular basis. So, more and more people go live, the more and more useful live becomes.
That's true. And I'm looking forward to just mentioning Chris for a moment. I was interviewed by Rihanna, who's in Pakistan, and she broadcasts in Urdu and in English, and she's a bit reticent because English isn't her first language, but she's very good. So I put Rihanna in contact with Chris, as a result of which Rihanna is going to interview Chris soon, and I'm looking forward to that. So we'll be publicising that, making sure you get a good viewership, Chris.
Will that be an Indian lady interviewing a Belgian lady in English?
Correct. It will, but I can't see them both speaking Urdu or French or Dutch at the same time. So, yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
Chris's English is pretty good anyway, as is most people in the continent.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, their English is better than our French, German, Italian, Spanish, whatever you call it, whichever language it is. We are, well, let's just say, if I pull up this card here, and it's an excuse for me to do this actually, John. If I go over here, you're more than welcome, Chris. I really am looking forward to it, because it's networking at its best, because before you didn't know each other, and you're now going to spend time actually broadcasting out to the world. I'm looking for something which is not unusual, but as usual, I can't actually get to it. Hang on.
German, Angelica. Your Friday afternoon pursuits.
Yeah, there we are. I've got it. I'm going to show it on screen. There we are. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. UK, 1 p.m. Eastern is Learning Languages with Steven. And this week's show will feature parts of episodes of Ask Angelica. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to feature the show where Jon remarked, "Is this a comedy? Or is it language learning?" I think that's a good episode to start off with, which was our first Tongue Twisters episode. So it's the letter A in Angelica's Tongue Twisters, and we'll be live on tomorrow at 2 p.m. and I'll be live after that.
For those who don't know, Angelica is Stephen's better half, and she teaches German for a living.
Yeah, better being the operative word. Right, okay, Jon, Jon, it's over to you.
Yeah, oh gosh, we've reached that time. So I hope you found today useful. We look forward to seeing some kinetic text appearing in the user group. And so it's goodbye from Stephen in the southwest of England, Wiltshire, and it's goodbye from me in the Midlands. See you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.